Here's the fourth element, is that they should have a forgiving spirit. They should have a forgiving spirit. I can't tell you the number of relationships that have been destroyed because people are unwilling to forgive. Remember, forgiveness simply means returning back over to God the judgment of a situation. Just turning back over to God. Just when you're able to forgive each other, that's a beautiful thing. Confucius said, to be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. And Lynn Johnston said that an apology is the super glue of life. It can repair just about anything. And so you have to find individuals. Divorce is the result of people losing the ability to forgive one another. You'd be surprised what happens when we fail to forgive. There's something huge that happens when we fail to forgive. No relationship will be able to be maintained without forgiveness. Here's the fifth element. You're going to find somebody who's going to be a friend, they must be faithful. They must be faithful. You know, Luke 16, verse 10 through 12 tells us about faithfulness in three areas. Faithful in small things, faithful with money, and faithful with that belongs to another man. In all of that. Just faithful. Faithful. I love something that Lawrence Bell said. He said, show me a man who cannot bother to do little things, and I'll show you a man who cannot be trusted to do big things. You ever find people that don't want to help you do little things, but if you ever give them a big opportunity, I want to do that? If you can't trust them to do something small for you, for God's sake, don't trust them to do anything big. Faithful in small things. We prove our faithfulness in small things. This is why we don't start off immediately as a friend of God, because we have to prove ourselves through our faithfulness. Everybody that he ever called friend was somebody who was faithful to it. Whether it was Abraham, if he was considered a friend of God, whether it was David, if he's considered a friend of God, these individuals proved their faithfulness in small things. They didn't wait until something huge happened. I love something that Euripides said. He said, one loyal friend is worth 10,000 relatives. And all the church said, one loyal friend is worth 10,000 relatives. And so we have to be able to be faithful and find people who can be faithful. And you have to be a faithful friend in order to draw faithful friends. And remember, faithfulness is manifested in constancy, loyalty, and submission. Those three dimensions. Constancy, loyalty, and submission. Those are the three components of faithfulness. Now, I want you to clearly understand this. Faithfulness is a choice, not a gift.